Hi, Coach Burrows on the Coach's Basketball Road with you. The offense you are running, where is the post? Or are you going five out, maybe four around one, with that inside person at the short corner to play actually inside the backboard to hit cutters or to throw deep on inside out to three-point shooters? As an advanced scout for D2 NAIA small college women, most offenses I see now do not enter the ball consistently or constantly to a player sitting in the post just above the block, back to the basket, with smooth moves to get a high percentage shot. Should we be entering the ball? When I watched Synergy video, and I was scouting for Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina, and Middle Georgia State University, which is now D2, it's outside of Atlanta, I did not see offense that revolved around post entry, not much of it anyway. In discussing it with a co-coach, she said, I think post entry is in danger of extinction because it's so ignored. I thought that was an interesting comment, so we discussed it further, and then we came to the conclusion, I don't think it's ignored. I think that smart coaches all know their personnel and don't have the player who can consistently post and be a threat. I've seen players go there and occupy a post, occupy that block, but will never be a real threat to score, even though they're close to the rim. Close to the rim does not mean an easy shot. Let's define post play. Back to the basket catches on top of the block, maybe even in the two-hole or in the lane. One or two dribbles, and then go to a drop step or a spin back. Then there's the up and under move, the face up and shoot over a smaller defender. High-low, to me, is an entry. And there's the hook, which I rarely saw a player take. Posting is not a backdoor cut, a rim cut, a face cut. It's not slashing the rim. It's not pick and roll for a hoop or flash cut to the middle of the lane, catch and shoot an 8 to 10 foot jumper. All of those are close shots, but they're not post-up shots. Here are some positives we coaches calculate playing with a post-entry option. The entry collapses the defense for perimeter three shots on the inside-out pass. A big ingredient for me, and you may or may not agree, I think the post shooter is protected by referees who are more apt to call fouls when the ball is in hand near the rim. It also means more free throws and maybe high percentage shots as well. Without a post, you don't have those ingredients, but there are positives to playing without a post. You can collapse defense by slashing to the heart of it. Jay Wright won NCAA titles in 2016 and 2018 at Villanova using jump stops to get close to the rim, go up and under, short jumpers, be fouled because of proximity to the rim, or throw that devastating inside-out pass to a spotted-up three shooter, which Villanova had many at the time. The blocks are clean to just get there and lay it up. There's just less congestion. Pace is faster without a post because you have to wait sometimes for the post. Maybe he or she just got the rebound through the outlet and is trailing up the floor. But you always have to slow down to set up properly to enter. A point important to me, if you didn't have a post and you were playing a different offense, I would rarely have my team work post drills so I could put more time, more practice into shooting, the handle, defense, maybe a gimmick defense in case it's needed in a game later in the season. But what are the numbers? Around the country, what are we coaches doing? These estimates are based on coaching video analysis, scouting reports, and pace of play in high school, which is a 32-minute game, averaging about 60 possessions per game. And on average, the boys enter the ball 4 to 10 times, which is 5 to 16% of their offensive possessions. Girls enter 3 to 8 times, 5 to 13%. Estimates from Synergy Sports and Second Spectrum for NCAA men's and women's games, college men in 40 minutes, 10 to 20 out of 65 to 75 possessions. It's 13 to 27%. College women, 8 to 18 entries out of 60 to 70 possessions. That's between 11 and 26% of game possessions being entry. In this game that we coach, decided by tenths of a second and split-second decisions, those numbers from both levels, high school and college, are a significant portion of the game. How much do we work on entry and back to the basket moves? It's so subjective. My teams over the years did not enter the ball often, but when I did have the best big in my time, she was 6'1", she really preferred facing the basket most of the game, and we did that, but she could post. So in a close game, I wanted to enter to her down the stretch. And you know why? My opinion of the refs will give the post more calls. We worked on the post moves and entry passes during practice on a regular basis, not because we entered the ball 20 times a game, but because we went to it at the most critical time of the game. Here's the story of the best post player you've probably never heard of. Chanel Corpuz, number 30 in white. She averaged 15 points with nearly every shot all year inside the three-point line, closer to the blocks. At 5 foot 10 inches, how is she a college post power player? Or how is she the leading scorer for an NAIA national power, William Carey out of Mississippi, 26 wins and 2 losses in 2025. Corpuz, 51% from the floor, 158 out of 310, of which just 10 of those shots were threes. Uncommon in this era for a leading scorer not to shoot the three frequently. As you've seen in the video, not everything is a post-up, but it is a feature of her game. She stays low, strong, pinning defenders on her back, scoring against double teams, excellent free throw shooter at 80%, and her teammates find her even with this unusual entry angle. She was unselfish, passing inside out when double or triple teamed. William Carey coach Tracy English knew what he had, and he used the post with great success this season, and he had terrific guards too. But I bet he's gone some of his 35 seasons as head coach there, not doing much post work in practice. Well, I should speak for myself. I know I've done that. I needed to use the Villanova jump stop in the lane to collapse the defense, finish or kick it for the high percentage shot three, because I just didn't have players who liked to post, no matter their size. It was all dependent on the makeup of the team. In high school, the cards I was dealt. In college, the recruits who said yes, and just as importantly, the ones who said no, went elsewhere. That changed the composition of the team I had envisioned. It seems clear to me after the research and video review for this episode, post play is not on the brink of extinction. Is 5 out the rage? Well, I believe coaches know when they need to play it. So yes, it can be the rage along with 4 out, 1 in, when the coach thinks his or her team is better with leaving the blocks open for dribble drive and or cutting attack on the rim. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment, send me a Gmail. Please subscribe, it's free, and it helps me. You're on the coach's road, where basketball coaches travel along with passionate hoop enthusiasts. Coach Burrows, over and out.